Hello children, welcome to the online session of Sri Gokulam Public School Guruvayur. Children, we are going to start the new chapter today. From volume 1 of your accountancy text, you are going to discuss today the chapter Accounting for Partnership Firm Fundamentals. In your plus 1 business study class, you have already learned the concept partnership firm from the chapter Forms of Business Organization. In your plus 2 accountancy, you will learn about the accounting procedure related to partnership firms. Here is the meaning and definition of partnership. Partnership is defined by Indian Partnership Act 1932, Section 4 as follows. Partnership is the relation between persons who have agreed to share the profits of a business carried on by all or any of them acting for all. Partnership, it is a relation between partners who have agreed to share the profits of the business. Okay, so I hope this definition is there in your mind as you have already studied the same in your plus 1. Next, you have to know the person who have entered into a partnership with one another. Individually they are known as partners and collectively they are known as firm. The name under which the business is carried is called firm name. So these three concepts you should know. That is, a person who entered into the partnership, individually they are known as partners, and when they are in collective form they are known as firm. And the name in which the business is running is known as firm's name. Essential features of a partnership is 2 or more persons. There must be at least 2 persons to form a partnership, and all such persons must be competent to contract. According to Indian Contract Act 1872, every persons except the following are competent to contract. So these 3 category of people are exempted, or we can say they are not allowed to enter into the partnership contracts. So they are minors, persons of unsound mind, persons disqualified by any law. So these 3 category of persons are not allowed to enter into contract of partnership. Maximum number of partners, a partnership firm cannot have more than 50 partners. So these numbers you have to remember. The minimum number to start a partnership firm is 2. And the maximum number, it should not be more than 50 partners. So these things are asked in the exam papers. Okay. Now agreement. Next feature is agreement. Partnership comes into existence by an agreement. It can be either written or oral also. A written agreement is known as partnership deed. A partnership is established for a lawful business. So you have to remember that business which is lawful, then that such business only are allowed to run. So a partnership is established for a lawful to perform a lawful business. Next is profit sharing. The agreement between or among the partners must be to share profit and losses of the business. Then business can be carried on by all or any of the partners acting for all. Business of the partnership can be carried on by all the partners, that is, all the partners can do the business together, or by any of them acting for all, that is, one partner can perform the business activity for others. In the other words, partners are agent as well as the principals. Rights of the partners. Every partner had the right to participate in the management of the business. See children, this question is very important because in the exam papers these questions are asked. Right of partners. So what are the rights of partners? As we discussed the first point, they have the right to participate in management of the business. Every partner has the right to be consulted about the affairs of the business. Every partner has the right to inspect the books of accounts and have a copy of it. Every partner has the right to share profit or losses with others in the agreed ratio. If a partner has advance loan, he has the right to receive interest thereon at an agreed rate of interest. Suppose a partner had given a loan to the firm, so he had the right to get the interest on that loan. In case the rate of interest is not agreed among the partner, interest is paid at the rate provided in the Indian Partnership Act 1932, that is 6%. So if rate of interest of loan is not decided, then it is considered at 6% per annum as per the Indian Partnership Act. A partner has a right not to allow the admission of a new partner. So a partner has a right, if he can obstruct other partners for the admission of a new partner. Okay, so he had the right to allow or disallow admission of a new partner. In the same way, after giving proper notice, a partner has the right to retire from the firm. So these were the rights of the partnership. Now, what is partnership deed? Partnership comes into existence by an oral or written agreement that we already saw. It is better to have a written agreement to avoid any disputes. So in case of disputes, this written agreement can be a proof, isn't it? These written documents are known as partnership deed. So there may be a question, what is partnership deed? So you have to write these points. Okay, so in partnership deed, these things will be explained in brief. That is the description of the partners, who are the partners of that firm, partnership firm, description of the firm, then principal place of the business, where is this business conducted, the nature of the business, commencement of the partnership, when is this partnership started, how much is the capital contributed by each of the partners, how much is the interest on capital decided by the partners, how much is the interest on drawing, etc., etc. This all information is there in the partnership deed. Okay, so this is the on this basis the agreements will be written among the partners. Some more are there. You can refer your textbook for this, as you have already covered these things in your +1. You can just go through these points. Provision affecting accounting treatment in the absence of partnership deed. Children, this is the thing which you are required while doing the accounting work. So this is very important. Please listen this very carefully. So if there is no partnership deed, if there is no written agreement by the that is written agreement is not prepared by any partnership firm, then they can use the provision provided in the Indian Partnership Act 1932. So these are the matters in which they can go through the provision of the Indian Partnership Act 1932 if they have not prepared any written agreement. So the first case is sharing of profit or losses. Suppose the partners have not decided regarding how to share profit and loss. Okay, they have not prepared any written agreement. So how what the provision of Indian Partnership Act says regarding this? Profit and losses are shared equally by the partners. So if they have not prepared any agreement regarding sharing of profit and loss, then the provision says that it should be shared among the partners equally. If nothing is mentioned in partnership deed about interest on capital, then interest on capital is not paid or allowed to the partners. So as per this provision, it should not be paid or allowed. Same is the case with interest on drawing. If it is not mentioned in partnership deed, then interest on drawings is not charged from partners. Now regarding interest on advances or loan by a partner. So if the partnership firm have taken a loan from any partner, then what is the rule or provision? Interest on loan by a partner is paid or allowed at the rate of 6% per annum. Okay, remember it should be paid to the partner at the rate of 6% per annum. Interest on loan by the partner is a charge against profit. So from the company's profit, this 6% interest is given to the partner. It means interest is paid whether the firm earns profit or incur any loss. If a firm is incurring profit, or even if any of the year they are incurring loss, then also this 6% should be paid to the partner as an interest on loan. Or if they have already decided, then that person have to be given. But even whether the firm earned profit or incurred loss, still that 6% should be given as interest on loan to the partner. Remuneration to partners. Remuneration in the form of salary or commission is not paid or allowed to any partner if it is not given, if they have not provided for agreement in this regards. Admission of partner. New partner cannot be admitted unless all the partners agree to it. A new partner cannot be allowed if other partners that does not give a consent to it. Okay, so this 6 rules you have to remember. These are the 6 matters under which provision of Indian Partnership Act 1932 will be applied. Some other important provision of Indian Partnership Act 1932 is also given. If all the partners agree, a minor may be admitted for the benefit of partnership. If only all the partners agree, then we can use the minor. In one of the case we study that minors are not allowed in partnership, but section 30 allows the minors admission if other partners agree to it. Okay, a person may be admitted as a partner either with the consent of all the existing partner or in accordance with an agreement among the partners. So if all the partners giving a consent, or they have an agreement in which they have written that for the admission of a partner, then they can follow it as per section 31. A partner may retire from the firm either with the consent of all the other partners or in accordance with the agreement among the partners. So after giving a consent, that is consent of all, with the consent of all the other partners, a partner may retire. Otherwise he have to give the notice. Next is registration of the firm is optional and not compulsory. Next, unless otherwise agreed by the partner in partnership deed, a firm is dissolved on the death of a partner. So in partnership it has to be decided. Otherwise a firm is dissolved on the death of the partner. If a partner dies, then the partnership partnership will come to an end. It should be noted that above provision of Indian Partnership Act 1932 are applied when the partnership does not exist or where it exists but it does not have a clause to this effect. So if there is no partnership deed prepared by the partners, then only the Indian Partnership Act 1932 will be applied.